This is the sweatshirt I made.
Oh, really? You made that last night?
Yeah, I just painted it.
You did it that fast?
Yeah.
That's nuts. That would take me like a week.
No way. That's a lie.
Did you stencil it or did you hand?
No, and I'm a stenciler because I like it to look perfect. But ever since I started just making clothes for myself, I'm just like, no stencils. I'm just gonna.
I mean, that's insane just for.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'd never do that. My things would be like all.
It was challenging. Okay, we're rolling, so that's gonna be the beginning of our podcast.
That's what's up.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Roll it.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the JCON Podcast. I am your host, Candace Farrell, and welcome back to the show. I just made this sweatshirt last night, as we were just talking about, and Matty thinks it's really good.
Talented.
He thinks I stenciled it, but did not this time.
Mine would be all crooked from top to bottom, literally.
Sometimes mine. I wasn't gonna add the cross, but it was so plain. I was like, I need something. Then I was like, oh, the cross.
The cross definitely tops it off for sure.
Thank you.
The colorway is popping.
Thanks.
Statement.
It kind of looked like a lime green at first, but then I started painting it. It's kind of like a highlighter yellow. It looks like this.
Oh yeah, it does.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's
highlighter yellow. Anyways, welcome back to the podcast. I'm super excited today. I have my friend Matty here with me, the plant guru, Jesus loving friend of mine. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Matty and I, we both play on the worship team at our church, at Active Church here in San Luis Obispo. And I was just like, do you want to be on my podcast? And he was like, yeah, let's be on your podcast. So here we are on the podcast.
I'm here. I'm doing it.
And we don't really have, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Again, I kind of like doing this because I like to be surprised and I like a little challenge. Sometimes I like to be prepared. Sometimes I'm too prepared. I'll write it down all in my notes. And then I'm never looking at the camera. I'm never talking to the people. I'm just talking to myself, reading my notes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is cool. This is like improv.
Improv-ish. Yeah, it is. The improv. So I kind of would just love for you to share your testimony. If I can ask you a couple of questions. Yeah. Again, I don't have any of this written down. I'm just going to ask you some questions.
Yeah, ask questions.
So I would like to know, when did you meet Jesus and how?
Okay, so I'll rewind things back. This is something that kind of just popped up recently, which is kind of crazy to me because I feel like the Lord has worked in some kind of mysterious, cool way since basically one of my best friends growing up since third grade, his name is Josh Nash, and his dad, Randy Nash, was a pastor at a local church in Los Osos. Mm-hmm. And they kind of knew my family history of where I was at. And I know that I went to youth group all the time, but it was mainly for the friends and whatnot. And I wasn't really in it for God, Mm-hmm. But, one night they made me sit down with them and accept the Lord in a sense and repeat after them, mm-hmm. and I repeat everything, but I was just like, what am I doing? What is this? This is crazy, but I feel like that planted a seed in a sense because even though I didn't really know, I feel like it somehow worked. And maybe I've always had a good spirit, I feel and soul. And I've always believed there's always been something bigger and more powerful than us, and I didn't know what, but obviously with the amount of believers back then and all that, I part of me wanted to believe it so bad, but my family was super not about that lifestyle or anything. Wow. So I never really took it all that serious, but I feel like for some reason he still counted that as mm-hmm. all right, I'm still gonna watch out over you, and send guardian angels down to protect you and still guide you along in life. And so cool. Maybe one day we'll meet again, and it's kind of cool because actually last Sunday I went to meet up with Tom that I met when we did the whatchamacallit upstairs.
The growth track.
Yeah, and he was over my shoulder and he's like, I need to talk to you.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so we had coffee like a few days later and talked, and we went to a little coffee shop in Osos, and he happened to mention another church, the Well, and he was like, and Josh Nash is the pastor over there. And I was like, what?
Wait.
I was on my friend from like 3rd grade.
The Well?
Yeah.
In Napomo?
No, it's in Los Osos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's another one. I'm like, I've been there one time.
So I didn't realize that my friend from back then, who was just my best friend, like ended up becoming the pastor and like took his dad's like footsteps, with all that.
Wow.
And so I was like, no, wait, Josh is the pastor? I was like, that's insane. Like, I have to go over there and at least like say hi, so I went over there, and it was like super like like 30 people, really like super chill with all the people. And I was excited to see his dad again, because I haven't seen Randy since I was like that little, and I walked over and he was like introducing himself to people or whatever, and he just like, hey, are you new? And he just like, Matt, and he like literally like jumped the planter box to give me a hug. He was like so excited to see me. And then I told Josh too, and I saw him like where I was at with everything, and he was like, bro, you're giving me chills. Like, I have so many chills right now and stuff, because I was just like, this is like my whole new path I'm on, man,
That is so crazy. When was that?
I was like last week, before we played this last weekend.
Last
weekend, yeah. And so I went over there just to like, because Sarah was like, we didn't see you at church, and I was like, yeah, I went to go check out the Well, because I knew my buddy was a pastor, and I wanted to say hi to him and some other local fellows and stuff that were there. And so it was just cool to see him and kind of let him know where I was at after like all those years of kind of like when they tried to get me to be about it, like in 4th grade or something, and or 4th or 5th grade, and then all this time came back, and I was like, here I am in full on God mode now, and
that is
they're
so
like,
cool.
whoa, dude. So so I don't know, part of me feels like the journey started way back then. I even went to like cool like conferences like in Sacramento with like the youth group team and stuff, but once again it was like just talking to girls and hanging out with the friends. I was always like the surfer, skater, rebel kid of the whole group always, and everyone was trying to place their protection and prayers over me all the time. They knew I grew up in kind of a rough neighborhood of things with my family and all that, and so, but fast forward up until about 3.5 months ago is when I really found God for good this time around, but that was on my own terms, and no one had to tell me what to do or anything. But so we could keep it real on here, right? Like, as far as
keep it real. I just want to let everybody know that Jasper is Maddie's dog, and he is eating a bone. So if you can hear it, that's what that is. he's going to town.
He's being a good boy. He's 10 months old.
He is being a good boy.
I think he was sent to me by God during the right time of my life as well. And ironically, God spelled backwards is dog. So there's something there. I don't know what, but I believe in it. And but anyways, I never did drugs growing up. I was pretty shy with everything like that and naive, but I tried to drink just to hang out and stay social, but that wasn't for me either. That was for my family and for me to break that curse, because that ran on both sides, family pretty hardcore. And so it's been, August 14th will be 8 years since I quit that, and I was a bartender and bar manager for like 4 years of being sober as well. So I was facing it every day, so it wasn't like temptation thing, it was so like cool. I just knew it played no purpose in my life or anything. However, cannabis was something that was kind of prescribed to me as a medicine from one of my doctors, like almost 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And that was sort of something when I first smoked, I realized I didn't care as much about what people thought about me, about a lot of the trauma I had, a lot of my depression and suicidal thoughts and all that kind of went away, but also my creativity like shot up. I like learned new instruments. I could hear different elements of music I never could hear before. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Like, and so I am an addict. I do have I go 100 or nothing with everything I do, with everything in life. And so when I kind of started smoking, it ended up becoming my vice for everything. But, you know, and that was every day, you know, but I never smoked nicotine or cigarettes or anything, but it was always I needed my herb to get through and get by the day and to be able to stay creative. But I used it as an excuse for everything, you know, and I needed it before a shower, after shower. I needed it before food, after food, you know, it was just forever going. And then about 7 years ago, I was going through some more mental health stuff with my depression and anxiety, and I realized herb wasn't cutting it fully, so I took myself in by myself to go get some mental health help. And that was really rough. I cried to hotlines and random people I didn't know, and just was super vulnerable and being I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to be this way. And they prescribed me to pharmaceuticals. And I was always pretty anti-pharmaceutical, but I did it anyways because I felt I needed the help, and I was desperate at the time. So I listened and I followed the rules. But turns out about 4 years of taking it kind of rewired me in a sense, in not such a positive way. It might have been a Band-Aid at first, but I realized that it kind of started playing, it backfired on me. It started putting me in a place to where I started originally when I wanted to get the help, you know, and I was I feel worse than I was before I even started this. So I basically cut that cold turkey and just went back to herb by itself. But the anxiety and depression and stuff has never really gone away, and I still deal with that today. And but anyways, one night about 3.5 months ago, I had a gnarly spiral and a panic attack, and I was smoking, but also was probably drinking too much caffeine, and something really just peaked at that time of I never felt that bad emotionally or, you know, mentally or physically at that time. Everything was shutting down on me, and I was getting really scared. And I was I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to die. And no one was there with me. You know, I didn't have any friends there with me. I didn't have any housemates at the time. My family wasn't there. And I basically sat there on my bed while I was shaking to death and freaking out, and I started praying out of nowhere. I just started being God, if you're real, if you can hear me, if you'll be here with me and not let me go to a hospital and I don't die and I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna quit smoking weed, just straight up. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna you know, cut back caffeine, whatever things I got to do, but I'll be done with it. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. I woke up the next morning. Wow. And I was thank you for letting me still be alive and not have to go to a hospital. And so I owe it to you. And I was I surrender everything and every ounce of me to you now. And I will do anything I got to do without any substances, without any pills, without any smoke, without anything. I'm just going to rely on you from now on. You do whatever you want with me, dude. This is all up to you. I thought I had the way. I thought I was going to be some Willie Nelson, just hippie stoner when I was 7 years old, you know, but that wasn't what he had in store for me, you know. And I feel he made me have that panic attack sort of so I can get rid of that and re-find him. And so once again, I'm 100 or nothing with everything I do. So cold turkey that after 20 years of using it. So I've still been on this rebuild of my whole nervous system and my brain and body and everything, trying to figure out what's happening and trying to find where the dopamine is, which I started learning how to cook for myself and never thought I could ever cook. And then now I'm cooking crazy good meals and things I never thought I could ever do. I don't even know how, but I'm trying to replace that feeling. The things that used to make me happy when I smoked no longer exist anymore, and even the temptations that I used to have and all these things are just gone, which is crazy. But also at the same time, I want to make him proud. And I know I've had people who know my stories, who like still drink and stuff and go to church, and they're like, it's okay if you like relapse here and there type of thing. And I'm like, maybe for you, but not for me. That's your story, not mine. But like, I know we could go and ask for forgiveness and God will forgive us for our sins, but like, to how many times can you do that until he's like, bro, like, you know,
there's
like,
there's so many believers who live that like that. And I understand, because God is a forgiving God. He already died for our sins. But when you start to live with the thought of, he already died for my sins, like, he'll forgive me one more time. Yeah. When you start to make it that habit and you start, you know, living your life like that, I think that's where it becomes a problem. And I'm like you, I want to make God proud. It's just like you want your dad to be proud of you, right? Like, he's our dad. So I think that's really amazing that you say that, because I too, I mean, I went down I spent years and years and years of smoking, and I never thought I'd be able to quit. Never. And I used to be the girl that would be like, he forgives me. He loves me too much. If he came back, like, he won't forget me. He loves me. He knows I love him. But in reality, I'm like, I put myself in like a relationship. I'm like, how many times would I let my man slip up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just like, at some point or another, I'm going to feel unloved. I'm going to feel like I don't want to even deal with it anymore. Yeah. So that's kind of like where my mentality is when it comes to stuff like that.
You know, because I love going to church and all that, but part of me questions like, how many people are here just to like ask for forgiveness for like their weekend and their past week versus like,
I know,
look at the good I've done with my past week and look how much I've like worked on myself to be more like you know. And I know I'm trying to be like an image of him in a sense, even though that's like impossible, but like, I want to be as like godlike of a child as I can. And I've prayed and I've asked him to like make me feel reborn again, like literally like inside and out. And it's been kicking my butt quite a bit, because the solitude, the like the feelings, and now with no substances and dealing with reality in full effect is like gnarly. And it's a huge challenge, you know. It's not easy, but then I'll see passages like pop up about how God wants to see you like isolated so he can like rebuild you and focus on you, and so you can focus on him and nobody else. And I'm like, dang it, dude, that's exactly what he's doing to me, huh? like he has me here for a reason, and I've asked for this, you know. And then certain things, even like getting my glasses, I felt like my vision was getting like a little funky after like quitting smoking too and going through all these changes. And I hate doctors. I hate making appointments. I'm scared. I don't like doing it alone. But also I've been praying for things like courage and strength. And I know he's already given me that, but also I'm like, give me some more like courage to do things in life. And then I was able to like make appointments to go do it. You know, and I started thinking, I was like, whoa, dude, that's kind of crazy. Like, honestly, like I asked for courage, and then all of a sudden I was like strong enough to like call and like make the appointment, take myself in there, do what I had to do, get all the testing, even though I'm like scared of everything. And like somehow I was able to do it, right? And I was like, well, I guess that's probably God actually listening to me and being like, okay, you want to be stronger? Well, I'm going to give you this obstacle to like get through. And once you get through it, you're going to be stronger. And it's not just like, make me stronger and I'm gonna wake up looking like Popeye the next day, you know. It's like you gotta work for it somehow still, but there's still obstacles and things to have to work through to get there. So so I believe he's still, you know, it's pretty new for me still, you know. I mean, even the Bible and stuff, I mean, I've only gone through little chunks, but luckily like my algorithm on Instagram and Facebook has been like just God this, God, just passages, prayers, more verses, more of this, and I'm just like, whoa, dude, like this is crazy. But like so I feel like I've been kind of reading it in a sense because of the amount of things that have popped up, but almost all of them have been so relatable to my life where I'm like, dude, how can I not like
God is
believe it? Or
he's in control of the algorithm. He really is. He's in control of everything. And God speaks to us in so many different ways. Like it's definitely in his word. It could be through people. It could be videos on Instagram. It could be a stranger. It could be anything. It could be birds. We were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
About the birds and the plants and the flowers and how like crazy it is.
There's a lot of beauty around us that people overlook all the time.
I know.
And, you know, sometimes you have to really just sit back and you
Yeah.
just have to see it from a different perspective, you know? Like,
Yep.
when we also talked about how it used to be like, or I used to call it the universe, and have friends that are like that.
Yeah.
And I used to be one that used to be like, oh, the universe is providing for me, you know? But it's like every time I said it, I still felt like that's still wrong, but I wasn't like a full believer yet, or
Yeah.
you know, like, so
I know.
I was like, it's probably God, but I don't want to sound weird saying that, you know? And now I have like no shame in saying that, like,
That's so good.
God's the one that's created all this. He created the universe. What am I even saying, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and you know, I couldn't imagine how heaven looks versus what he's done to this earth, and only humans have been able to destruct it and make it worse. God's made everything perfect, including ourselves, and
Yeah.
I ask for forgiveness, if anything, on that more than anything, that like, please forgive me for like damaging myself when you made me completely perfect as I was before I even like, you know, found like smoking herb or drinking or candy and like just self-destructing types of things, you know. I'm like, I did that to myself. You didn't do that, you know. Like, you made me totally fine. Like, I just happened to learn all the wrong things and get tempted to stupid things, and that's like, that's on me, dude, you know. So like, now I'm asking him to forgive me and to give me like a second chance at life, to make me rebirth all over again and allow me to relive it, but in a way more pure form. And there's already been things I've, you know, had temptations over that I've like completely thought about him, and then the guilt and shame I'm going to live through if I go do that, as much as like I want it or feel like I need it, or, you know, or, you know, want the human connection or interaction. I'm like, no, just don't even do it, dude. Like, you know, God's gonna like not be stoked on you, and you're not gonna be stoked on you, so like, just don't even bother, you know. And that's how I know he's working too, because I'm like, whoa, convicted. Dude. I'm like, dude, I think about him now before everything, which is nuts. Like, never in a million years thought I was gonna be like that or
so cool.
be someone that was always put God first, you know. And it's just what it is now, you know. I pray. Like, Jasper thinks I'm crazy in the truck driving from Los Osos here to SLO, because I'm just talking to God the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, if I have like
it's
music
so
on
good.
the background, but like the whole time I'm like just talking to him. You know, Jasper's like, who are you talking to? Or like at night when I'm saying prayers, it's like Jasper's like in my arms, and I'm just giving thanks for everything and gratitude and saying prayers. But he's just like, are you talking to me? Or like, what are you doing? You know, but I'm like, you know, like, first week after quitting herb was like so rough. I'd wake up with like the craziest anxiety, and I would have to run it out around the block, and I would just cry and just talk to God and be like, God, please, like, please just remove this fear, remove these feelings, remove this anxiety, remove this, and like, you know, like, just rebuild me. And every day that's all I keep asking, you know. I'm like, rebuild my insides, rebuild my outsides, like, just keep on working on me, please. Like, don't give up on me, because like, you know, like I said, I'm scared of doctors still, and like health stuff, and I've always tried to take pretty good care of myself, but there's still things that get me slightly worried about, you know. And I know I just need to put that in God's hands and let him be the decider on whatever happens to me, and that's where I'm kind of okay with that, you know. But the depression has hit where I'm like, if you need to take me away and not wake me up, like, I understand. Like, you know, I'll be okay with that, you know. But like, every morning I wake up and the first thing I say is, I'm like, oh, thanks God for giving me another chance at life. I guess you still want me here, right? And you still want me to do something out here, so I'm gonna have to go out there and give it my all. But like, there's always the chance that, you know, I may not wake up, and that's all for God to decide at this point, you know. I'm not gonna fight that. I believe he could do miracles and work miracles. I've seen it. I've read stories. I've heard about it. It gives me hope that he can do anything, and literally anything. And he can heal people. He can, take people through crazy changes in life, and I'm trying to be one of those as well, like I have friends, like my roommate and stuff, even after not smoking for that long, he's like, well, you're still not smoking? And I'm like, no, bro, like I'm done. Like, do you not get it? Like, and for them to be like, oh, you're going to church again? I'm like, yes, again. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not a one and done, like, And then they found out, like, playing music and stuff, and they're like, how has all this happened so quick, and and that goes to active for, I don't even know how the like transition happened so fast.
Tell me.
It was like taking care of the plants there. They messaged me on Instagram and said, do you think you could take care of our plants for us, and like I do with the rest of my clients? And I was like, yeah, of course, absolutely. And they're just doing plant care almost like for like a month or something. And I walked in there and I checked it out, and I was like, whoa, dude, like I saw like the stained glass windows stuff. I was like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, this is like, there's a lot of good energy in this place. And it was like empty though, it was just me in there by myself, just being like, God, are you in here? Like,
this was before.
This is while I was still smoking.
You were still smoking,
and
okay.
I was still like just in my own ways and doing my own thing, and just taking care of plants and just living my everyday life of, but I still felt the energy and the presence in there and the power of that church. And one day Adam was in there, and I believe Josh was in there. I think it was Josh. It might have been another pastor, because he said he was another pastor from a different church, I think. But he was in there talking with Adam. But and Adam was like, hey, can we pray for you? And then I was just like, yeah, sure, and it's just us three in there in that whole place, and he just prayed over me about, to maybe like come in there. I don't even remember what the prayer was necessarily, but it was definitely saying how he'd like me to find the Lord one day, I guess, and be able to attend church one day, and and somehow that really worked. It like felt like it was not even like a week later, or like maybe a week or two later is when I had that like crazy panic attack and just quit smoking. And then the next day I was like, I'm fully going, but then brought myself into church like that next Sunday, and that was like Mother's Day, and that was a tough one, but like and then I was standing in the back by myself. I didn't know anybody, and I was just like crying. And this dude, Connor Lowe, he's a super solid dude, and he was standing next to me, but I could tell he knew like everybody, because everybody was saying hi to him and stuff. And then his girlfriend is Lola, who sings on the worship team.
Love her.
And
hi, Lola.
And so he at the very end, like he could tell I was just like crying. And when they asked like, put your hand up if you want to like give yourself over, and I was one in the back, like, and,
oh my gosh.
And I was just like, this is like where I want to go with my life, and Connor was like, hey bro, like, you good, man? Like, he's like, and then he's like, I don't know, he's like, let me introduce you to some people, he's like, you should meet so and so. And then I met like Trent out there, and then it somehow like a week later I was doing plant care again, because I go there every week to do the plants, and Lola and Sarah came downstairs, and they saw Jasper, and Lola was all stoked on Jasper because she works at a veterinarian place and stuff, and then I kind of told my experience. I was like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was like in the back crying, and some dude next to me was like, what's your name, bro? Like, and I was like, and he was very welcoming. And then Lola was like, wait, was he like an Asian guy? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's my boyfriend.
Aww.
She's like, he told me the same story. And I was like, no way. And then she's like, you guys totally should meet up sometime. And I was like, dude, I would love that. So she like gave me Connor's number, and then I text Connor. I was like, hey bro, like if you ever want to meet up, grab coffee, just chat, go on a hike or something. Like I'd love some more friends and people within the church to like learn from and be inspired by. And
that's so cool.
And so I went on a hike Madonna. Jasper came, and two other dudes from the church, and as we're hiking, I kind of mentioned, I was like, or because they're listening to like reggae while they're hiking, and I was like, oh, I was in reggae bands for like 5 years, and they're like, no way. And they're like, you still play? And I was like, not right now, but like I'd love to. And I was like, if the church ever needs a bass player, hit me up. And I was kind of like kidding, and then he was like, actually, I think their bass player's leaving. And I was like, what? Like, no way. And I was like, I mean, I don't know anything about like worship music or how to play it or anything, but
Wow.
like I would totally be down to like learn. And
That's so cool.
so then he gave me like Sarah's number, and then somehow that connected, and then Sarah was like, we'd be super stoked to have you. Like she, we sat down one day and had like a little meeting about like,
yeah,
like my life of like where I'm at with things, and to be a good fit for the team basically. And
yeah,
that turned into like a yes. And then now I was shadowed for the past like month, and then last week was my first time by myself up there.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
You did
and
good.
very nerve-wracking
You
because
did so good.
it's like memorizing 3 songs in 3 days of a whole genre I've never played before. And it's like having in-ears I've never played with, never played to a click before.
Yeah.
Like all of it is different. And so it's exciting. And then now I get to play Friday night and Sunday, and once again have to learn new songs.
Yeah.
But it's part of the challenge, and once again I kind of throw that to God
challenge.
to be like, dude, just make me do the best I can. Don't let me put too much pressure on myself, but like my musical abilities, and you can help me through this. Like I'm trying not to take on too much in life right now, and I could have easily said no to Friday, but I want to show up. I want to be there for the church. I want to be there for the worship team. And if I'm being asked to do it, like I just keep asking God. I'm like, is this what you want of me? Like, if this is what you want me to do, like, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not going to fight it. Like,
that's so good.
You clearly know the things I love. You've given me the ability to play music. And
totally.
What a better way to represent the gifts he's given me by worshiping God through it and seeing others worship God through the music that we're playing, is like, wow, it's a pretty powerful thing that we're doing up there.
It's crazy.
And it's cool, like seeing people crying and worshiping and singing. I'm like, dude, this is gnarly. Like, I can't believe I'm actually part of this.
Yeah.
Part of it doesn't feel real still. I feel like,
wow.
I don't know. I don't want to feel or say like I feel guilty because I'm not like doing anything really that's wrong. I still feel like I got to beat myself up over things that like used to be me, but I'm no longer that person, even if it's only been a few months.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I feel so guilty, because it's like I've only been doing it for like 3 months or something.
That's the enemy.
Yeah, it is.
That's the enemy making you feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way, because when you gave your life to the Lord, you became a new creation, and all the stuff from the past is in the past.
Yeah.
And did you know that in the Bible it says that when the Lord forgives us of our sins, he forgets them?
Yeah, I'm just trying not to repeat them, or so that's like
day by day.
It's like, yeah, it is. And even like past few days I've had like offerings of things that I could easily have gone back to, and I decided no, and that's because I thought of my new life versus how I used to be. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. I'm actually like doing it and putting in the work and not giving in to temptation or breaking that, because like I want to represent him in the best way possible, but then too, like for the church and for my role on a worship team, I don't want to break any of my like things and be someone that's like hiding something behind the scenes or anything like that.
That never feels good either.
Like today, I like even on church or on a K-Love, I was listening to it, and they had this thing they're talking about like the 5 most like popular things in the Bible that's happened. Like, what do you think they are and stuff? And someone was like, one of the guys was like, oh, like turning like 5 pieces of loaf into like food for 5,000 or was 50,000 or how 500,000?
5,000. 500,000.
But
basically,
but
5,000.
But they're like, no, and then actually like turning water into wine was one of them, and I was like, of course that would be one of them, because the amount of people who like out here drinking and they find it like, oh, if God like says that like wine's good, like, oh, like we're good now, you know? And
totally.
And so I still find that, and I was like, what, like over like turning like a piece of loaf into that much food for that many people, like that overweighs that, like that's, I don't know about that, you know? I don't agree so much. I would choose the turning the piece of loaf into 500 people or whatever, 5,000 people. That's way more impressive to me. You know, that's food for several people, and that's a crazy miracle versus just water into wine. I mean, come on. But also, I don't drink, so I don't really agree with that.
Yeah.
As much as it's socially acceptable still and whatever, but it's just not my lifestyle. Not for me.
It's good.
No drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, no pharmaceutical. Just
you're a clean boy.
Just the
he's a
strength
clean
of
boy.
God and trying to rebuild. Yeah,
it's so good. I'm proud of you.
Crazy. Thanks. Yeah, I mean,
and it's like such a new beginning for you. So I'm excited to like watch it all unfold.
Yeah,
and the isolation bit.
Isolation's crazy. That's like
it's hard.
That's where the devil sees you the weakest, and it's usually at night, and that's when most people fold because they're either like lonely or they're starting to drink or they find something to do that like tempts them or gets them like to, you know, and the devil sees you like that, and it's like, oh yeah, I could take this person right now, dude. They're like all alone, they're all stressed out, they're all like. And then they put all the thoughts and make you spiral, and
totally
he does it to me quite often, especially when I'm at home by myself at night. You know, it's like it's kind of I try to keep myself busy and distract myself. You okay over there, bud?
Jasper. Oh, there he is. He wants to say hi.
Hi, bud. What do you have to say for yourself?
So cute. Yeah. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, dang. I was going through my TikTok feed from like last year. Man, I cried a lot. Just like I was going through the isolation phase, but I was like falling in love with Jesus. So I was like alone, but I wasn't alone. And I just cried so much during this transformation, and it was so healing to cry.
Yeah.
And I still cry. I just cry. I'm just a crier.
I cry too. Yeah.
You know, it's really important to go through that isolation phase, because they say even when we get married to someone, and if we even put our wife or husband or wife above God, God's not happy. Like, we need to keep God the absolute top tier, the center of our lives, always, forever and always, you know?
I stirred up a little thing on Facebook when I saw one of these like viral posts with like that just pop up, and it was like, I want somebody, or like if I'm married to you, I want your like hobbies or whatever to be like your top priority before me, and I'll love you for that or whatever. And then I was like, God should be top priority. And like
you commented that?
Yeah, and then like all these people are like hating so bad, dude.
Really?
It was crazy. Yeah, there's a few people that liked it, but people are like, are you delusional? Like, are you like,
oh my goodness.
You know? And I was just like, bro, you're crazy. I was like, God always comes first. I was like, I would want to be with somebody too that I never thought that in a million years, you know? Like, I would want to like only date somebody now that like has God in their life, you know, that like that has a relationship, even if they're grown like I am, but to know that like basically they have to have that now is like top tier. You
have to be equally yoked.
If you put him before me, I would be very stoked. I wouldn't be jealous or be like, what, you know? Put God first. Like, what? That's like silly. Like, you should always be first. Put God first before everything.
That's so good.
I don't know, but I never thought I would ever say that. And maybe also I feel slightly guilty because I haven't read the whole Bible yet, so I don't know why I should be even like
I haven't even read the whole Bible. This thing is big.
Or preaching, or like I don't preach to nobody about anything really, you know. I just kind of live the way I live, and people get inspired by it, and then that's great. But you know, there's a lot of people who have seen my stories and my vulnerability on Facebook with having, you know, 5,000 people on there. They've seen me go from quitting drinking to quitting smoking to being like crying out for help for like needing change and wanting change and not feeling good and crying and feeling isolated and feeling sad I don't have a family or a girlfriend or a wife and no kids. And I'm like, what happened to me, you know, like that's something like what's going on to me, like you know. And I'm like, I hate this life, you know. And then now people are seeing me post about like not smoking and going to church, and there's like still like hundreds of likes on it. People are like, dude, I'm so proud of you, this is crazy. And people I never would have expected to be like, dude, this is great, dude, you know. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, like this is my new life, you know. And I'm not gonna be ashamed of like how you represent that across your chest, you know. Like all these shirts keep popping up on my feed, and I'm like, man, if I had like a couple $100 right now, I'd buy like so many dope freaking Jesus shirts.
I know.
There's so many cool ones. And
actually someone, I think it goes to our church, but someone, and I didn't even click on his profile, somebody who like follows Active Church and Adam and on Instagram, I don't even know who this person is, he DM'd me on JCON Podcast Instagram. And it's so funny because this is totally something that I would love to buy, but also she's on a little bit of a budget. Okay, Scott.
I was just about to say, is it Scott? He's one of my good friends. We were just talking like...
He's one of your friends?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just talking right before this.
This guy?
Yeah, he's like one of my best buddies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So he said you need to look into Christ-like collection. You would love this fit.
Hey Scott,
it's fire.
You better watch this. We're talking about you.
Oh yeah, hi
I had a feeling you're
Scott.
gonna pop up. We're gonna both pull you up on our DMs right now, dude. Let's see what you got to say.
It's owned by Miles Minnick.
Yeah, like
Listen
he
to
just
this
sent me reels. We talk about surfing, and
oh, that's so funny.
he told me I better have my fit checked before I came up here because he knows that you like good fits and good fashion. And
how does he know me? From church?
I think are just following your thing
my
because he saw when you posted about my fit, and then he was like, "What?"
Oh,
he's all, "Do you know who she is? She does like awesome podcasts and stuff." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "That's cool." Yeah, he's one of the first dudes that really started kind of pushing God into my life, low key. Like started kind of praying for me, and then gave me a Bible actually. And
oh my goodness, Scott.
Yeah, and so he's been one that's always been constantly looking out, and then he's seen me transform. He gave me props the other days, like, dude, the past like few months have been insane, like to watch you like just transform, you know. And I'm like, I'm not giving up on this life, you know, like this is the new version of me. And so Scott's like, we send each other like reels all the time and funny ones and stuff about God like all the time, you know. If I find a passage or anything that pops up, I send it to Scott immediately. If it's like, oh, this prayer, like send to someone, I'm like, Scott, like without hesitation.
He's like the first person, like when you go to send something, it's like he pops up.
Yeah, and we always see shirts, and I always send him like, bro, I want this one so bad, and I'll send him like a new shirt, you know, that pops up.
So good.
And
I know.
like
I want. That's why I think I make so many of my clothes, because I would love to just buy some. You know, it's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
But
I thought about one I haven't really seen, but I would want one that says like God has my back, but on the back of my shirt, you know. So
oh, nice. Like, and then it says and my front. Wait, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I know. Okay, so JCON, you're on the JCON podcast. That's what this podcast is called. And so JCON is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And then I'm like, JCON, the original icon. He's like the icon. Yeah. So I really wanted to put that on the front of the sweatshirt. But again, I wasn't stenciling. So I was like, I can't be the original icon. It'll look crazy. So, but I do want to.
That is funny though, because I was going to mention something like that to you the other day when I saw your like Dennis Rodman one. And I was going to be like, you should just make one that says like, God is my idol or something like more on like, but I was like, would that be weird, you know? So I was like,
well, I have the no more idols, but
idolize God. Yeah. And I saw that you did
I know that is an interesting thing to say, because it does say he is our only idol, but even calling God my idol feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
Even though.
But it's like you get it though.
But I think it's because like the world has like tainted this, like they idolize everything, artists and movie stars and the devil.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm like a little afraid of the word idol. Like
because American Idol ruined
like,
it. Just kidding.
It is American Idol.
Yeah, but I did, wanted to say that because I was just like, well, you could make one that said God's your idol instead of like no idols.
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna pray on that.
Yeah, see if something pops up.
Yeah, I know. And then I loved yesterday. You texted me and you said you want to put Proverbs 27:17, which is one of my favorites. And actually, I just celebrated one of my friend's birthdays, and I wrote that.
Oh, really?
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you sharpen my iron.
Yeah, that's where I sent that to Scott, I think too. 'Cause that one reminds me of people like him and other the people that want to see me do better. We try to balance each other with positivity and good things, and not bring each other down or make each other feel bad for anything. I don't have time for that. I need good brothers and people in my life that are on a good journey now.
Or good sisters.
Or good sisters, yes. Brothers, sisters, dogs, cats. Just kidding.
I have cats
Animals,
too.
Plants.
Oh gosh.
They're all God's creations.
Every time I think of that song, and the angels cry holy. What's that song?
Oh yeah.
And the angels cry holy, all creation cries. That song makes me cry because I'm just reading the lyric, all creation cries. I'm like, whoa. Like when we hear the birds in the morning chirping, I'm like, oh my gosh, because they go to sleep. The birds go to sleep, and then in the morning they all start chirping, and I'm like, they're praising the Lord.
Yeah, the other day at the nursery, I saw at the house on the barn, there was all these swallow bird nests everywhere, and they were so detailed, and I was like, dude, how did they make that? And then my friend was like, a lot of time, and I was like, dude, how could God not be real, man? I mean, look at these little birds creating these crazy perfect little nests for themselves and for their babies to live in and stuff. I was like, these birds are so smart and have so much talent that we never see. And they build these things at night, and Psst. Jasper,
don't touch it. I know, it's crazy. I have a similar story, but with spider webs.
Oh yeah.
I was out in the garden. This was last summer. I was out in the garden, and there was it was early in the morning, so there was dew on the spider web. And I was just mesmerized by the spider web. And I was like, this is the craziest design.
That's how I was thinking about fish when I look into a fish tank and I see these fish. I'm like, whoa. Talking about feeling I mean, dude, some of these fish are so insane. Just every little thing is just absolutely God just got super into painting all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to just go crazy on this little fish right now. Just the tiniest little dots, and they're all perfectly placed. And I could sit there. I mean, yeah, when I was stony, I could definitely be whoa. But now even more, seeing it from a different perspective, I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
On a whole nother level of I don't know. And that goes something with the ocean too, with the there's so many, you mentioned, there's so much undiscovered stuff. I don't know. For some reason, something resonates with me with that.
Does he want to come sit with us? Do you want to come sit?
Jasper.
Oh, I never got him water.
You lay down, buddy.
You can sit. You want to say hi? Jasper.
Because he's locked up over here. You alright, dude? You can lay down. I know, you're kind of sleepy, but you do need to take a nap, but you're just a puppy with a bunch of energy. Talking about praying for patience, and then all of a sudden I get a puppy in my life. I gotta be extremely patient and try not to get worked up or get mad, because it's having a 1-year-old toddler running around. You can't be super perfect with everything. He's not gonna be just on a dime boot camp, even though I've done a pretty good job with training him and making him a sweet dog. He's not whining. He's not barking, you know, and most dogs at his age or his type would be like going crazy right now, you know. So he
a good
knows
boy.
He's a good, solid little dog and companion. I'm thankful for him.
Yeah.
Last night he curled right in my arms like as much as he's ever been. I was all, thank you, Jesus, for this moment with Jasper, like right in the middle of my prayer too, because I was just like, oh, this is like so perfect, you know. And he just wanted to be close to me, and he's usually like an independent little boy and doing his thing, but he's becoming a little snuggler, which I love, you know.
Aww.
And he doesn't take up a lot of room until he just like full just and he's like, bro, really? Like, all that space for you, dude.
Do you know that Jasper will be in heaven one day?
Yeah, and he has been the main reason why I've wanted to really take care of myself as well. Like, he was the reason why I wanted to also quit smoking and all that, because I want to be like as present as possible for him, not look back on blurry memories or just like a haze of like, what do we do, like, you know, or have any like stony mistakes of letting him off the leash somewhere and forgetting or like anything, you know. I want to be as present as possible, but also it makes me want to live the longest I can for him so we can share our lives, because dogs like him could live up to like 17 years, you know. So it's like
17 years.
Yeah, so he's got a long life ahead of him if we could both stay healthy and do life together, you know. But so that's why I say, like, I think God sent him down here when I've like been at lowest points and stuff, and being like questioning life and what I'm doing here in my existence. And also now I'm like, great, now I have something like I have to live for, because what would Jasper do, even though you know, like, everyone wants him, so it's not like he wouldn't have a home, but like I can't think of it like that. I need to think like,
I think he wants to sit with me.
We need to be here for each other.
Come here, Jasper.
You want to go lay down with us?
Come here. Come here, Pops. Come here. Come here. Up. Up, 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 up. Come here.
Jasper, come here. You're good.
Come here, Pops.
He puts his ears back.
Right here. Come here. Come here.
Jasper.
Come here. Okay,
No
go to
peeing
your
on
dad.
anything. Come here. Jump.
You want to come say hi? Come on. Come on. Come.
Jump up there.
He's like, what the heck? Who is you?
Little wingman.
Say hi. This is Jasper, everybody. He matches your outfit today.
Oh, yeah.
Or you match him.
Yeah. Got him the red collar, so I can rock the red hat.
Oh, yeah.
Represent.
So good.
So it's not really like a lap dog when it comes to like sitting down. He's not
okay.
He doesn't
like to sit
He doesn't just
on
like
a person.
lay on a lap. He's very like.
Hi, are you a good boy?
He's like, what can I pee on right now?
Oh no. Don't pee on anything. Don't do that.
So dogs, puppies like to mark their territory.
You're so cute.
Yeah,
Yes,
he gets
you
all
are.
the attention. He gets way more attention than I do in the world. Everywhere I go, everyone just wants to see
I'm
Jasper.
gonna take his photo
But
with the light.
check it out on Instagram, just Jaspy.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Jasper.
He's got his TikTok. He's all.
Jasper.
Look at over here.
Oh my gosh, Jasper on the pod. Jasper on the JCON pod. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's going up.
He's perfect.
Oh man. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And I'm excited for you, because this is going to be a really good journey for you.
Yeah, I think this is like the final stage of my like life stories, 'cause I feel like I've lived like 10 lives already.
Yeah, same.
And done a lot, and I feel like this is like it, you know. Like this has to be it. I don't know where else I would go. I'm not going to go backwards. And I've, you know, gone through a lot of darkness, and I feel like this is what's going to keep me going in life, you know, giving me purpose to stick around and meet the right people in my life. And you know, church has been really cool, and like I cry every time, and I'm very emotional with things, and
Same.
I think like, you know, I've been known for that. 4th of July, I cried under a tree by myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, just the isolation, the depression, the spiraling thoughts of mental health and overall health. I've been on like a full rebuild my nervous system, like I said, so things have been like super out of line, and trying to take good supplements, drinking a lot of like custom hot tea blends with loose leaf tea, trying to cook good for myself for the first time ever. Just, it's like all new. Everything's new in my life right now. So I don't know how to think or feel, but I'm also like a huge hypochondriac, and I don't like doctors. I don't want to be ever in a hospital for any reason. I just want to take care of myself, and I just pray that like the thing I'm most worried about is that like pharmaceuticals did damage to me, like with side effects. That's like honestly like where I feel like you know, if anything's hurting inside of my organs anywhere, it's because of that. And that really bums me out and breaks my trust with like doctors, you know, because they told me all this stuff was to help me, and it like literally made me worse, like mentally and probably physically. And now I'm like on a rebuild, and I'm a scaredy pants. I don't like doing stuff alone like that, and I don't have a lot of support when it comes to like health things and taking myself into doctors. I'm crying in my truck by myself, telling Jasper like, I'll be back in a minute, dude, like I'm sorry, I gotta do this, man, like this sucks, like I hope I'm okay, you know. And most of the time I've been totally fine, but like it's all in my head. I just spiral like out of control. But now that I've been on this like rebuild, I'm like, God, please don't let this be like anything that's too late. Like if there's anything going on inside my body that I don't know about, that I can't physically see, like please just heal me, work some miracles, fix me.
He's the healer.
Grow me, like, I mean, whatever I gotta do, man. Like, I'm not gonna be one that just runs into like a hospital or doctor anytime like any little thing's wrong. Like, I know that.
Same.
I read something about in the Bible where there's like all the leaves of the tree are for like all the nation, and so like there's a lot of plant medicine and a lot of things that God created that are completely natural versus just like pills that everyone wants you to be on. Because they're only taught like one way anyways. Most doctors, they don't even know about like all the herbs and things that have been created. Not that herb, every other good herb though, you know, like dandelion and like just good ashwagandha root. Like I've been drinking these custom tea blends that are good for my liver and kidneys and stuff, and trying to replenish myself just head to toe, you know, from the foods to hydration to electrolytes to staying active. I've been active my whole life, so not like I lack in that at all, but now is the time I'm like, God, I'm not relying on anything else but you. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you or anything, but
you can handle
like, I feel like you can, if you hear me, like, you know, just keep on working on me, please, little by little, day by day, minute by minute. I know he could do things suddenly and pretty instantly, and you know, hopefully he has more purpose for me in this life. So I keep praying for that. I'm like, don't let me, when I'm running, I'm like, don't let me end early, please. Like, don't end my life early. Like, don't let me go out of this world early. Like, I think it's so beautiful, and every little thing you've created is so amazing. All these flowers, all these plants, all these trees, all the birds flying around. I'm like, it's so beautiful down here. And I know I get really dark and depressed at times, but like I really do want to keep living, and that's what makes me cry like a lot or the most, you know, where I'm like, because there's that evil in me and the darkness that's like, man, just maybe it's your time just to go, you know. And then I'm like, God, if you want to pull the plug, go for it. I understand. Like, I get it, bro. Like, I know I've lived a lot of lives already. Like, I understand if you need to like call it early, but then when I give gratitude for all the small things, and I'm like crying like a baby, you know, and I'm like, no, actually,
don't take me.
Yeah, I'm like, there's so many pretty things and so many good things in this world, and the music, and like I want to hear music again, and I want to see waterfalls, and I don't want to be gone. I want to be here for Jasper. You okay?
Heaven is, he was sleeping. Heaven is gonna be, I mean, our brains can't even fathom what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
But all the things that you just mentioned, is gonna be there. And
that's where I'm trying to, talk to my mom if I can, even though she can't really comprehend much with her dementia, and she's always been very spiritual, like loved Buddha stuff and crystals, but she wasn't like some worshiper by any means with anything, but she had very high spirits and was the one in the family that I feel like I got a lot of that from. And, but now I'm trying to get my dad to be sort of on that path too, because my thoughts now are, if my mom goes and my dad goes, I would love for them to be in heaven together again. But also when my time comes, I want to be able to see them again in a different life. And hopefully that life will be in heaven where I can be with my family again one day, and my dogs and my cats and my chameleon, and one day with Jasper. Like I want to be with all of them again. And I pray that it's just a beautiful place, and my grandma's up there, and I know my grandma's my number one guardian angel, and lost her when I was really young, and she was like my everything, and I feel like she's been like literally over my shoulders like all the time. Like I don't know, like, and there's been so many times where I could have been dead by now, and I've still somehow made it, and I'm still here, and like people will hear about my childhood and trauma and stuff, they're like, bro, like it's crazy you are still around. I'm like, I know, like most people would have ended themselves way long ago, you know. Like I mean, I wanted to run away from home when I was like 7 years old, so I mean, like it's not been easy by any means. So it's like I'm also bummed out that I didn't find God a long time ago, or didn't really listen and go that route. But I feel like everything happens for a reason. Yeah, he was building your testimony. The timing is supposed to be like, and that's where Tom even said when we had coffee, he's like, no, this is perfect timing. This is right where you're supposed to be. This is like when it was all supposed to happen. It was right now. And I'm like, that's probably true, because I didn't know music like that long back then. You know, I wouldn't be playing in the worship team if it wasn't for like right here, right now, when I actually know music the way I do and have the ability, and I'm not in a band right now, and this like has all the just laid out perfectly. You know? I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. That's like, how he works. It's not like I was really begging for it. It just happened to be that way. And I'm like, hey God, if this is what you want me to do, this is where I'm at, you know. This is my life story right now. So good. Taking care of plants, taking care of this little dude. And now somehow fully connected to God the best I can, even though I always have more to work on and more to learn, but that's part of it, I guess. It's like a never-ending learning curve. Never ending. You're not supposed to just know it and then be like, nah, I know everything. You're like, no, you're constantly gaining more wisdom, learning more knowledge. You're building more faith every day, strength, courage, you know, hope. There's always more to be had. Yeah. And I read something the other day about how, because I'm always like praying for strength and courage, but it's like I shouldn't need to pray for that, because God said to be strong and be courageous, which are commands. They aren't, he's telling you to be strong and courageous. So it's like, but you can ask him for help. Yeah, I'll always ask for help. Yeah, you can ask him for more. Can you? I can't feel bad about that. No, don't feel bad about that. I wanted to look at me and be like, bro, I already gave that to you. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you asking for more, bro? Like, I am use the strength and courage I already gave you. Like, no, you can ask for that. No more. You can ask for that, and he will strengthen you instantaneously. Just like, all right, I got you, bro. Yeah. I want to pray for you.
Can I pray for you?
Yeah. I love prayer. I need prayer.
I want to touch your knee. Heavenly Father, Lord, I just thank you so much for Matty and his heart for you, Lord. I just thank you that he is on this journey to falling in love with you and learning everything there is to just be wowed by you. I pray for just his life, Lord, that you would just send your angels around his life to protect him and to lift him up when he falls, Lord. And I just pray that right now in this moment that you would just fill his spirit and his soul and his body, Lord, with so much hope and encouragement daily, Father, that he will feel your love when he's feeling low. I pray that when he is battling any anxiety or depression, Father, that you will send your angels to fight it off, Lord, as those are like demonic spirits, Lord. They're not. Anxiety and depression do not come from you, Lord. So if it's not from you, it's from the enemy. So I just break the chains of all the anxiety and depression that Matty comes in contact with, Lord, that you would just free him so he can live just fully in love and enjoy with you, Lord. And I just thank you for just his decision to follow you and to live for you and to surrender to you. This is like my dream of every person on this planet, is to give their lives over to the Lord. So I just thank you so much for his courage to even raise his hand at church and surrender his life to you, Lord. And I pray that you just bless him immensely. You just bless him so much in these next coming years, Lord, and throughout his life and his family's life. And I also pray over his parents, Lord, that you know where they're at. You know everybody's heart. So I just pray right now in the name of Jesus that you meet them where they are and that you speak to them and that they just have the chance to fall in love with you, so that Matty and his family could be together in heaven one day. So you say that if we ask and we shall receive. So I just, you say also that two or more people come together, that it will be done. So we just thank you, Lord, for your will. And we thank you for Jasper, Lord. And we just pray the biggest blessings over this family. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Yeah. Look at Jasper.
As I said, he's not a big lap dog.
I know, he's
Also,
sitting kind of
like
funky.
just snoring away.
He's so tired.
Yeah, which means I have to carry him all the way back to the truck.
I'll drive you. I'm parked right here.
Oh. Well, you don't have to, but...
I'll drive you.
Oh, wait, no, it's not even that far, but thank you.
I mean, you can walk.
Blocks.
You should walk.
Yeah, it's nice out. He likes going to the pet shop to get treats. He knows every spot in town that gives him treats, so he gets excited and just sits on a dime and just waits. He's like, where's mine? Where's my treat? I do want to see that movie, though.
Yeah.
Keeps
For the
up
One.
For the One, yeah.
For the
Keeps
One.
popping up on my feed like every second, every time I open up Facebook.
I know, I'm going
like,
to see it too.
I got to watch that.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Well, I'm going to want to do this again later down the road because it's, you're new and this is the beginning. So we'll circle back.
Yeah, it makes me nervous because, like, what else can happen from here, Are
so
things
much.
Gonna get better? Or are things going to just stay as they are?
They will get better.
Yeah.
They always get better with Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, well, that's it. That's all we have for you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matty, for sharing your story with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry if I was very vulnerable, but...
No, vulnerable is so good.
Lay it out there as it is. I have nothing to hide.
Good.
If you don't like me, good, because God does. Just kidding.
Well, I know God has really amazing plans for you. And like I said before, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
So just keep your eyes on Jesus.
Yeah.
And like you said, before you make any decisions in life, think about God.
God, do you want me to have a burger right now or a burrito?
No, seriously. Today I asked him to help me do my hair because I was such in a rush and I was like, I had a headache. And I was like, Lord, will you help me do my hair? And I'm not very good at parting my whole head. And he was like, sure. I felt like he was doing my hair.
He's all, I'm going to part it like the ocean with the land. Just kidding.
Like Moses parted the sea.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he has an accent. I don't know what his voice sounds like.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
he does have an accent. Let
To
me
be continued. Just
part the
kidding.
sea. What did do?
He just talks like a total Spicoli.
That's a good one. To be continued. To be continued. Thank you guys so much for watching the JCON podcast and just listening to Matty's story with me. That was so much fun for me to just sit and listen to your talk.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for anyone who's listened and gains anything from it.
Yeah.
If there's anything to gain from it.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm excited. Jasper has to go. I have to pee. I need to eat. I need to take care of myself. Because I take care of everything else and everyone else out here and try to make everyone else happy. And I need to make sure I'm happy too.
Yeah.
And doing things for myself that are healthy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Spoiled.
love you guys. And I hope you guys had a beautiful week so far. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I hope to see you guys in church on Sunday. If you're in the San Luis Obispo area, Matty and I will be worshiping together on Sunday morning. I'm so excited. But that's it. That's all, folks. We'll see you next week. Mwah! See ya. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the JCON podcast. We are so grateful to have you. If you guys are in the San Luis Obispo area in the beautiful Central Coast, California, and are looking to host an event or party, this is the place for you. I'm going to leave all the information in the description below, and you can go ahead and check out the website. And if you're interested, there will be an email on the website for you to reach out to. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and thank you again for watching the JCON podcast. God bless you.